Welcome to Reality Check. What a difference 36 hours can make in politics. 36 hours ago, we were here discussing possibilities of what the opposition may be doing in the run-up to 2019, how all alliances will get together. There were some people saying, is it possible that the BJP is going to come under some sort of threat in Gujarat? And of course, Bihar was very clearly in the opposition camp. There was trouble, but no one has completely expected what has happened. So since yesterday, of course, you've been following many of the developments. Nitish Kumar back as Chief Minister there, but this time with the BJP. And that, of course, almost completely destroys the opposition game plan for 2019. All of which gives us a lot to talk about. What's going to happen in Bihar, what's going to happen in Gujarat, what's going to happen to the nation and in the nation for the next 2 to 3 years. I'm going to take you through all of that, but in case you've been missing some of the action there in Bihar since the morning today, it's been a rather dramatic 24 hours. So let's just recap it all for you.
Another BJP alliance government takes shape in the Hindi heartland. Another step forward in the BJP's march to victory in 2019. It was, however, marked with haste, what the BJP critics called unseemly haste.
The swearing-in was initially fixed for 5 p.m. but then preponed to 10 a.m. in the morning, perhaps to prevent rivals of the BJP and JDU from querying the pitch. Nitish Kumar and Sushil Modi were the only ones to take oath today. The other ministers are likely to be sworn in once Nitish Kumar wins a trust vote on the floor of the House. That trust vote is scheduled to happen tomorrow.
But that vote may be a formality. There has so far been no major backlash. The only question mark, Nitish Kumar's senior partner in the JDU, 70-year-old Sharad Yadav, also a Rajya Sabha MP. Since last evening, Sharad Yadav has not said a word. This morning he was not present at the swearing-in. Instead, he is in Delhi, where he met Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi. One of JDU's 10 Rajya Sabha MPs, Virendra Kumar, has openly voiced his opposition.
It is unbelievable and shocking. We wanted him to give leadership to the entire nation.
देखिए राजनीति में पता लग जाता है आदमी के दिमाग में क्या होता है.
Rahul Gandhi, caught off guard yet again, claimed Nitish's U-turn was long in the making.
हमें मालूम था कि 3-4 महीने से प्लानिंग चली. देखिए हिंदुस्तान की राजनीति में यही प्रॉब्लम है. अपने स्वार्थ के लिए व्यक्ति कुछ भी कर जाता है.
जब हमको मैंडेट मिला 5 साल के लिए सेक्युलर ताकतों को बीजेपी के खिलाफ और नरेंद्र मोदी अमित शाह को खाली पैर यहाँ से हम लोग लौटाया.
Meanwhile, the action against Lalu and his family intensified. The Enforcement Directorate filed a corruption case against the ally he dumped.
The speed at which political events unfolded in Bihar in the last 24 hours would have surprised some, but perhaps the moves would have been on for many months now. A hallmark of the approach of the Narendra Modi-Amit Shah combination. The look-ahead question right now is Bihar just a trailer for what's likely to happen in the 2019 Lok Sabha polls. In Patna with Kaushal Kishore Pathak and Manish Kumar, this is Alok Pandey, NDTV.
Right, so the 2019 election has been spoken about perhaps in the last 24 hours as much as Bihar itself has. So we will take a look at that as well. We have a range of guests here with us from Javeer Shergill of the Congress Party, Rakesh Sinha, key ideologue at the RSS, Shivam Vij, Deputy Editor of HuffPost India is here. Ghanshyam Tiwari is with us, spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party, and we were discussing opposition unity in 2019. Was it just a couple of days back? So many things can change in just a couple of days. And Naval Kishore is with us, national spokesperson of the RJD. Thank you for being with us. And we will be speaking to Pawan Verma, senior JDU leader, in just a couple of minutes. But before we do any of that, look, we've been hearing a lot of, we've been seeing a lot of hand-wringing among the Congress and the JDUers and others, and saying that, look, what's happened, and it's shocking, and there should be some morality in the rest of it. But I have to say, you know, how many times is the Congress Party going to be wringing its hands? At Goa, you said it's shocking what they've done. Manipur, you said it's shocking what they've done. Bihar, you're saying it's shocking what they've done. Fact is, a senior Bihar Congress leaders were here camping. It took 3 days for Rahul Gandhi to meet them. If your party is not serious about politics, at a time like this and in crisis, how do you expect to be winning?
Vikram,
Got to be proactive. You've got to be moving forward.
Vikramji, maybe the first and the last time in my lifetime, I'm going to agree with what Mr. Amit Shah said 2 years back. He said in 2014, Mr. Nitish Kumar is an opportunist leader who lacks any morality, and today his words are coming true. And you talk about whether it's cleverness, opportunism. Yes, Congress's innocence was defeated by Mr. Nitish Kumar's opportunism.
Okay, and you said the same thing in Goa, you said the same thing in Manipur, you're saying this time and again, but you're not in politics, you're presumably in politics to win. And you're presumably in politics because you would like to see the Congress party being at the center of an opposition alliance that can take on Narendra Modi in 2019. Presumably that's what you're in politics for.
You are right. And the true barometer of Indian politics and visibility is in people's court. And Congress and the Mahagathbandhan won in people's court. Today, if Mr. Nitish Kumar was a man of his principles that he is pretending to be, then before rather going to BJP's Darbar, he should have gone to people's court. If you expect Congress to play into dirty tricks and play in an arena full of grey areas and not in back, is the mandate, what was the mandate? The mandate was specifically to keep BJP out. Today, Nitish Kumar, as they say, don't bite the hand that feeds you. People of Bihar put Nitish Kumar on a pedestal, gave him a chief ministership to keep BJP out. Okay. And if he's so confident, if he's a man of his principle, I'll just give you one incident. The entire issue is corruption. Okay, you say we were lackadaisical, I argue on a dimmer. Will Mr. Nitish Kumar question Bharatiya Janata Party on Vyapam, which he did in 2015 time and again?
Okay, we'll get back to that. And of course, he broke with the BJP on other issues also. He broke with them on the issue of communalism and other stuff. We have one of the senior most JDU leaders now joining us, Pavan Verma. So before I come to the RJD, let me throw some of these questions to you, Pavan Verma. In a sense, what Javid said is right. The Mahagathbandhan won. And you as the JDU, together with the RJD and the Congress, said this is to keep the BJP out. When you're looking at the electorate once again in 2019, yes, you could tell them we resigned because we didn't want to be with Lalu Yadav. But when you're going to say we've signed up within 24 hours with that very same BJP whom we were railing against, don't you think the electorate is going to ask you a few questions, as some of your MLAs are doing even now? Not too many, some.
I find it strange that to take a stand against corruption as the chief minister of a larger coalition where one of the constituents has charges of serious corruption which have been registered in an FIR, to take a stand against this, is that opportunism?
No. Hang on. Can I just unity. Mr. Verma, you didn't hear the full thing which I said. I said you're breaking with the RJD and Nitish Kumar saying I am resigning on the grounds of fighting corruption.
Yes.
To that point, fine. Within 24 hours to be sworn in as the chief minister with BJP support, that's where the charges of opportunism will come in.
No, I will answer that also. First of all, Mr. Nitish Kumar did his very best to ensure that the Mahagathbandhan, which had received the mandate of the people on the single issue of good governance as well. In fact, that is why Mr. Nitish Kumar was chosen in advance to be the chief minister, because he was associated with good governance. And that mandate was being pursued until in the last few months, there were serious allegations of corruption which stymied the entire project of good governance, and even as importantly, probity in public life, which he
still haven't answered the part of tying up with the BJP. I've got you till that point. Tying up with the BJP is a question that people are asking you, including some of your MLAs.
Okay. Unless I give you this background, I will not be able to answer.
No, we've got the background. We all understand the background.
30 seconds more from you. No, Vikram, if you don't want to listen to the answer, I'll stop here. But you have to give me 30 seconds to complete my argument. Now, given this, and when he found that it's not possible anymore to run the Mahagathbandhan in accordance with the mandate that he had received, he resigned, and there was the possibility of forming a government with the BJP without going in for midterm polls, which are destabilizing and would have unsettled Bihar, apart from the
Can I ask him a quick question? No.
you know, the costs involved. He therefore formed a government, and he will prove his majority on the floor of the House.
Okay, so you are saying there was no choice but to do it for the simple reason that you didn't want a midterm election.
He's opportunistic, and just a minute, and those parties which turned and looked the other way when corruption was on and condoned it.
Pavanji,
are principled.
that means your fight for corruption is held hostage to your hunger for power.
Okay, can I just get Naval Kishore in? He hasn't had a chance to speak. Dr. Naval Kishore, would you like to respond to what Pavan Verma has just said?
See, what is very clear of this event is that Nitish Kumar has proven to be the most political opportunist person in this country, and the history will remember him as a political parasite in the history of Bihar politics, because he has never served Bihar as a single party. He has always taken support of somebody and ditched. He has a history of ditching political party. So now the CM stands for cheating with the mandate. The Mahagathbandhan or the Grand Alliance was built to put away the BJP, and that was in that election. And after that, he has made every time that Sangh Mukt Bharat banana hai.
Okay.
मर जाएंगे, मिट जाएंगे, लेकिन बीजेपी के साथ नहीं जाएंगे. भारतीय झूठा पार्टी है, भारतीय जुमला पार्टी है. इन तमाम तरह के बिंदुओं के बाद he has again decided to go with a person on the fake issue of corruption, which is just a matter of FIR.
Okay.
There is no proven, there is no charges has not been framed. On that issue, he has broken the Mahagathbandhan.
I want to get in my other guests, and I want to look ahead a little bit. But can I just, Pavan Verma, I just want to ask you one more question, which many are asking, even within the JDU. As I said, there's not that much of a dissension. A few MLAs are out there, but the fact of the matter was the JDU could potentially have been a key component, and Nitish Kumar individually could have been a very prominent part of any opposition alliance that was building up for 2019. Whichever way you look at it, when it comes to the BJP, which has got a very dominant, powerful leader in Narendra Modi, whose writ runs complete even over his own party, the possibility of you being anything but a junior partner in a BJP or an NDA government, you'll never be more than a very junior partner. The fact that you decided to take the plunge anyway, does that mean you think that the chances of opposition unity are pretty much over, were negligible, which is why you said you have no choice but to do this?
I'll give you a short answer. I think it was Mr. Nitish Kumar who, before any other opposition leader, publicly made the demand in a function in Delhi that the crying need of the hour is opposition unity. But he also said, and has continued to maintain for a long time, that the opposition needs to build a credible narrative with an alternative vision of India, back it with the right organizational machinery,
and this is credible alternative.
I ask you, Vikram, have you seen this investment of energy in the creation of a project of opposition unity?
But he could have had, no, hang on. I think that's a valid point. Valid point. So let me throw it to everyone else. Valid point, let me throw it to everybody else. Hang on, I'm going to come back to you. Let me ask you, one thing, Samajwadi Party, somebody else who in the last few days, especially after the UP election, the Samajwadi Party has also been saying, what are we going to do to put together opposition unity? You sitting out here said, we were hearing BSP leaders sitting out here on this very around this table saying maybe the Samajwadi Party and the Bahujan Samaj Party should start talking. Certainly we should start talking to the JDU. What is the Congress doing? Yes, the Congress has been sleeping at the wheels and not taking the lead in putting together an alliance. Pavan Verma is right in that. The Congress should have done a lot more. Is there still a project of opposition unity, or should we interpret that as that is over and dead, at least for 2019?
Well, an arithmetic unity is never a goal for a country like India. The idea is, what are the agendas that the country faces right now, and who are the people who can fulfill this agenda? Look at the bloc, which is very powerful politically, which includes Nitish Kumar now. This bloc is built around lie. Promises that you make, don't fulfill. Alliances that you make without any principle. You accuse one another, come together, and
that's what you're going to say about them. What are you going to say about yourself?
Yes,
you have to have an alternative. You can't go to the voters and saying they are terrible, but we have no alternative to offer you. The Congress.
You're spot on.
President doesn't have the time to meet party leaders. The other part of opposition is all split. You know, we keep quoting the Economist article which attacked the Modi government, and we were correct in quoting it. That same Economist article also said about the Indian opposition, it said just one line: the opposition is hopeless.
You are spot on.
No,
you are spot on in your analysis, but there's another way to look at it. Look at the set of leaders in the ruling combined. These are leaders who have proven their politics, and their politics.
Okay, they are horrible. Okay. What about you? What do you
They are not
horrible.
Together? I'm not saying they are not. They are horrible. What
no,
I'm saying on the other end.
What you're saying is horrible. I'm saying I have an alternative. What is your alternative?
On other end, you look at a set of young leaders, state after state. Sachin Pilot is battling Vasundhara Raje, a proven corrupt leader with bad governance. In Madhya Pradesh,
Sachin Pilot doesn't have a voice. Well,
it's all right.
We can get into what the Congress is doing. They don't have a voice.
Let's look at Madhya Pradesh.
That's Sachin Pilot. Let's look at Nitya Sindhya have a voice in his own party.
That is one interpretation.
But Ashok Gehlot, not Vasundhara Sindhya, is sorting
out.
But
what I'm saying are all assumptions. On one end are time-tested
These are all
leaders.
Whatever we are doing, we are not compromising on ideology or changing
on
camps.
other end, there are young leaders who are coming together on an agenda that India needs.
Okay.
Why should India, a nation which has 2/3 of its people under 35, be run by people who are 70 years old? On one end, you have young leaders coming together. It will take time, but we have the agenda right in front.
Who's the Congress party's candidate right now in Gujarat, right, for the Rajya Sabha? I mean, Congress party or any other party. What is your own party has seen fighting between Akhilesh Yadav, who is a young leader, and his own father and an elder generation, which is not allowing him to take full part.
But we steer past that fight to deliver in Uttar Pradesh.
Let's get the two of you, because you haven't had a say right. Shivam, after yesterday, is that task of building opposition unity for 2019 way tougher than it was looking just 36 hours?
It's pretty much over, because for the simple reason that you can build all opposition unity as you want, but it will work only if the united opposition has a credible face. We live in a post-Modi presidential style campaign era, and the only credible face available out there amongst the opposition was Nitish Kumar. And that face has now been smartly co-opted by Narendra Modi after first breaking opposition unity with the presidential elections, right? So now all of the opposition can come together, that's fine. And Modi will say, look, all of them have united because I was fighting corruption. But unless there is a face who can be offered as an alternative, as much as ideology, today we need a face. So Rahul Gandhi is not that face. Arvind Kejriwal is in a shell. Akhilesh Yadav is fighting his party.
So you're down to being a one leader nation. Is that what we are arriving at?
No, I think
Nitish could have been an alternate leader, as some people have been feeling. It's now just one leader, and that's what you are looking at in 2019, unless somehow they come up with an alternative.
As far you see the Mahagathbandhan, there are political parties and leaders, but there is a credibility deficit. Secondly, they lack organization. You know, there is a limit of identity politics. Most of the political parties, I am not accusing, same accusation can be for other parties also. Most of the parties are depending on particular identity, but they are not realizing that time is changing. People's consciousness is changing. They are for the development. There is a globalization sense. Second most important thing is that you see, JDU is primarily a Bihar-centric party.
Yeah,
but Bihar, Nitish Kumar's responsibility was for people of Bihar. When they
could have been somebody who could have bound the opposition together.
Let me complete. Give me 30 seconds. They have mandate for Lalu Yadav and Nitish Kumar, but you know, I am reminding a one-liner of Dr. Ram Manohar Lohia. Jinda kaum 5 saal tak intezar nahi karti hai. Nitish Kumar could not have waited for 5 years and becoming Lalu Yadav and his family liability on the government.
What is going to? I'm going to come to all of you. I'm out of time. Maybe one last comment from each of you. What are you going to do differently for the 2 years that are left till 2019? What are you going to do?
No, I think, Vikramji, this is good riddance. Mr. Nitish Kumar, for a I'm answering
what you're going to do.
Yeah, for a short-term political game has lost his credibility in long time. What we are going to do is now, we are going to people more aware that BJP is in the business of hijacking governments, insulting the democratic mandate. You have to be aware and repose trust in parties who follow the constitutional dharma and the mandate.
And your party high command will start meeting leaders in states. You have Himanta Biswa, you lost Assam because you didn't meet Himanta Biswa.
Mr. Rahul Gandhi is meeting leaders from 9 to 6, 9 to 7.
Let me come to you. Manik, I just want to come to you, Pawan, and also Mr. Nand Kishore. Naval Kishorji, what do you think is going to be the next step of the JDU? Because the JDU is looking isolated. We were seeing those pictures right now. Everyone's in a huddle inside there. Lalu Yadav looking somewhat isolated, still the largest party in Bihar, but unlikely to be, I mean, it's almost certain that they're going to be winning the vote of confidence tomorrow. What do you do going forward from here?
No, we are single largest party in Bihar, and we'll keep continuing exposing this government who has ditched the mandate, that Grand Alliance, the mandate of Grand Alliance, and we will unite all the leaders of the country who are in opposition, and we should remember that all mass leaders of this country are in opposition, be it Mamata Gandhi, be it Arvind Kejriwal, be it Lalu Yadav. They have a fan following in this country and they are credible. So all the credible faces will be brought on the one force, and we will try to fight this kind of autocratic rightist government which is hell bent on co-opting all the leaders of this country and through using CBI, ED and all agencies.
All right,
we will fight this kind of politics in country, and we will work for the democracy for which it is. Yeah.
Okay, Pavan Verma, what are you going to be doing now? So is the JDU now reconciling itself to life as a junior partner in the NDA, and that's the way it is going to be going forward?
He will become a minister for sure.
Two quick comments. Mr. Nitish Kumar's priority will be to work for Bihar and the people of Bihar, and to finish his project of transforming Bihar through good governance, hopefully by a stable, non-corrupt government. Secondly, I heard the word being used of good riddance by Jaivir. I think the time has come for Congress to internalize their slogan for some of its own leadership. It may be good for the opposition.
All right. Well,
I second that.
You second that? Congress needs to change its leadership.
And maybe you should get better ideology and values.
Rahul Gandhi means Nitish Kumar just 2-3 days before he switches over and unable to convince him to stay on. I mean, the Congress party and its top leadership has a lot to answer to the country. If you are unable to provide good opposition, you are doing democracy a disservice.
Vikram, only anti-BJPism, anti-RSism is not an ideology. It can be a temporary umbrella for uniting the parties, but they lack vision programs. People need that. What is the program of the Congress? And Rahul Gandhi is happy because there was the inner competition that Nitish Kumar should be the Prime Minister candidate. Rahul Gandhi is such a political ego that he won't allow within the Congress, outside the Congress, even if Congress goes to the 4 seats, Rahul Gandhi would remain as a leader. That ego, he is satisfied.
That is what I can tell you. That's what many in the BJP are hoping for, by the way, that's exactly what will happen. That's exactly what will happen. You won't get the opposition unity. What are you going to do? If you had to be given the mandate, Ghanshyam will be told, okay, we're going to try and get the entire opposition together, what would you do?
Jobs, jobs, jobs. Build an alliance of good leaders, young leaders who understand the challenges that
you're going to give
young leaders who understand the challenge that youth of the country faces, and create a narrative of jobs. This is what the vintage leaders of India have made. Their politics is about settling scores with one another. The young leaders of politics has to be about building alliances.
Who is going to lead the opposition alliance? I'll tell you what the crisis is that you're going to be facing.
Gandhi.
2019 presidential style election. Poster here, Narendra Modi. Who's the face on the other side?
Well,
or is there no face on the other side?
At the moment, obviously, there is no face on the other side.
Let us be honest about that.
But when you look at what happened in 2004, when you look at what happened
who was the face competing?
What happened in 2004?
India shining.
All right to not have
a face,
all right to not have an agenda.
All right, I'm flat out of
politics.
Obviously, this is going to be a big debate. We're going to go on having. I'm going to have to end it there. I'm really out of time now. I'm going to have to end it there, but obviously this is a big debate which has been kicked off. It is going to continue. You can see variants of this debate all the way through to 2019. Some people actually are saying elections already over. 2019 is over, done and dusted as of yesterday. Perhaps too soon to say that. 2 years is a long time, but let's see how all of these questions are actually answered.
300 seats or 400?
300 or 400, all right, fine. That's what Shivan's verdict on that is right now. We'll see what happens in 2019. We'll see what happens in the next few days. You're watching Reality Check. We'll be back tomorrow.